thank Chairman McGinn for your service to our party. Greetings to our elected officials, dignitaries, esteemed members of the State Committee. And a special thank you to my wife Maggie, who could have never foreseen how much time this would take, who was so understanding, because she knows I'm doing this for our children and for your children. I would like to start off by thanking everyone I have met during the campaign. The activists, the RTC members, the folks who sit behind the rope. You are the heart and soul of the Republican Party, and we must recognize that if we are to be successful. I would also like to thank my opponent for a very spirited campaign. Thank you, Christian. Now, more than ever, let us all remember, here at the moment of choice, that the R next to our names must always stand for respect. Tonight is a momentous occasion, perhaps even a once-in-a-generation event. Tonight, let also the R stand for resurgence. It is about the party. It is not about me or my opponent. It is about each and every one of you on the State Committee. This is your party. You must choose our direction. I have faith in you. The challenge before us is mighty. The pundits tell us the Republican Party is dead in Massachusetts. The Democrats certainly believe it. That's why they run amok, causing scandals everywhere. The governor wants to tax us $2 billion to pay for their unscrupulous behavior. But we have to remake ourselves for the future of our state and our children. Only we Republicans can do this. The process will not be easy. It will take a lot of hard work. But I have seen what the people on this committee are capable of. Together we can do this. My plan is centered on the areas we need to address immediately. Its sole purpose is to win races. The only ideology I will espouse as chairman are core Republican values. Sovereign citizens above the state, individual liberty, and a free enterprise system guided by market forces, not the government. Our enrollment stands now at 11%. It must grow. We must stand not only for the middle-class taxpayers and small business owners, but for anyone who wants a better life for their children, both mothers and fathers. To become relevant again, we must register over 250,000 Republicans over the next 2 years. We must recognize that our state and local candidates fight a continuous onslaught of special interest money and manpower. We must address this disparity now. That is why we must raise over $1 million for local elections every 2 years and open no less than 5 regional field offices. I have also proposed an air campaign that will brand our party based on the core Republican principles I've outlined and bring our message directly to the voters in off-election years. The ground campaign I have outlined will modernize our voter ID and get out the vote efforts to rival those of the Democrats. No small feat, I can assure you. But this is just a plan. Other plans have been tried and failed. In order to succeed, I need your help. We must join together in common purpose if we are to achieve such lofty goals. Everyone in our party is talking about unity. How do we achieve it? What does it even feel like?
Good question.
I want to take you back to January 19th, 2010. I want you to think where you were on that day. Maybe you were on the phones or knocking on doors. And then at night, maybe you're home alone in front of the TV or with your family or at a party with friends, or maybe even lucky enough to be downtown to watch the election returns come in. Now I want you to go to about 9 p.m. when they announced Scott Brown as our next U.S. Senator. What's better than watching your team win the Super Bowl?
Watching the media cry about it?
This is what is possible for Republicans in our state. Soak that moment in. Think about it. Feel it. Now look around. Each of you. Look at your neighbors. Find someone maybe you can disagree with now and again. Right now, they are feeling exactly what you are feeling. The pride and the joy. This is what it feels like to be united. This is what it feels like to win. They are one in the same. To be successful, we must capture that feeling every day. We must always remember what it feels like to win, and that winning is the goal we all strive for. So how do we harness this unity? The answer is leadership. A leader promotes unity by maintaining the party's focus on a common goal. I understand from personal experience how to capture that moment. I have been able to do it for 13 years in my business. And I am committing to you 6 years to build this party from the grassroots up. Also listens. There will come a time, perhaps a contentious primary, perhaps a disagreement among folks on the state committee. We know how rare that is. As your chair, I will do what it takes to bring those people together. I will listen to both sides. I will find common ground. And if we've got to go behind closed doors and iron it out, we're all coming out with smiles. This I can promise you. When I wake up in the morning, every day, I'm all in. Everything I have built is on the line. Every day is my Super Bowl. That is the level of energy and commitment I will bring to the job of chairman. I will be at the top of my game day in and day out for as long as it takes for our party to become successful. That is what leadership is about. Let us also make no mistake, this election is about change. Tonight is about choosing a new direction. What has come before has not worked as well as we had hoped. This is not an indictment of the good men and women who struggled valiantly for our party. But it is a hard fact that we must accept if we are to change our fortunes going forward. First, we need to overhaul our organizational structure. We have been the minority party on Beacon Hill since the 1950s. We must look to other state party organizations to develop a more successful model. And yes, we must look outside through businesses and other successful organizations to learn what works. Finally, we need a different attitude. Massachusetts is a red state. If we, the members of the State Committee, do not believe that simple assertion, how can we ever hope to convince the voters? We must develop a single-minded determination to grow our party and win elections. We are Republicans. We must go each day into the public square with our heads high and our chests out and declare with pride, I am a Republican. It means something, and we need to let people know it. I have gotten to know so many of you so well during this campaign, and for that, I am truly grateful. There is no finer group of individuals to decide the future of our party. There are no sides. There are 80 different individuals. You are all very special. Tonight, you will add a new page to the storied history of the grand old party of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I venture it will be a memorable one. I trust your judgment, and I humbly ask for your vote for chairman of the Mass GOP. Thank you very much.